Equity Mate.
I will say this about investing. Everything you do learn is cumulative. What I learned at 20 is useful.
Equity Mate.
Welcome to another episode of Equity Mates, a podcast where we will help you learn to invest in 20 minutes or less. We break down the world of investing from beginning to dividend so that you can hopefully make some returns. My name's Bryce, and as always, I'm joined by my equity buddy, Ren. How are you going, bro?
I'm very good, Bryce. How are you?
Mate, can't complain. Back on air for the second time this year. Super keen.
Yeah.
Been a massive start to the year for us already.
Back on air for the second time for me, but back on air for the third time for you, should we say?
Can you elaborate?
I can. You had
I'm confused.
you had a star turn last night. The very first Equity Mates TV appearance, I believe.
We did have a TV appearance last night, Ren. Sadly, you weren't able to join me.
You used the term "we" loosely there.
Well, I mean, we're a family, right? I represent wherever one of us goes, the other is always there in spirit. We were lucky enough last night to be invited onto Your Money, which is a 24/7 TV channel, free to air, and also on Foxtel, that is all about all things finance and personal, finance and development and money and all that sort of stuff. So I guess there was a reason we were invited on, though, Ben.
You're bearing the lead there. Let's get to it in case people haven't heard about it.
Yeah, well, as we said last episode, Ren, we've been working on something over the summer that we are very excited about, and we've done a soft launch. Haven't really gone too hard on the launch. We're testing the waters to get interest, but
soft launch, says the bloke who was on TV and on the front page of the Sydney Morning Herald website this morning.
Yes, Sydney Morning Herald was unrelated, but
very soft launch.
True. So we are going to be hosting Australia's Next Top Trader competition, which is very exciting, Ren.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, Equity Mates.
Just like Australia's Next Top Model, but sexier.
Absolutely. Hey, that's a good tagline.
Oh, there you go. I should be in marketing.
You're on the marketing team, along with all the other teams. So yeah, for 6 weeks, we are going to be running and hosting Australia's Next Top Trader, which is a trading competition powered through Stake, who give all investors access to the US markets. So the competition will be run, as I said, for 6 weeks through Stake with real money. All you'll need to do is put in $50 of your own money, which could potentially be the best $50 that you ever invest. Now, Ren, the biggest differentiator with this competition as opposed to any other trading and investing competition in Australia is that we will be there right beside anyone who is playing to help them along the way with tips and tricks and all sorts of lessons to help them understand the markets and also understand the basics of trading and buying in and out of stocks during a sort of a shorter period of time.
Yeah, so if you can't get enough of our content through Equity Mates, there's going to be a whole other set of content for you to enjoy through this competition.
Absolutely. So one of the biggest things for us is being able to secure the prize, Ren.
Yeah, you said the biggest thing is that we'll be there alongside them providing advice and content and all of that, but
hey, that's massive.
That's probably the second biggest thing. Well, equal first. Let's say equal first.
Equal first. Well, I just want to go back on that because...
No, mate, come on. We got to get to the good part.
True. How about you tell everyone what the good part is? No.
What do you want to do? Go back to it. Keep everyone in suspense.
Yeah, I just want to... I think it's important to reiterate that because one of the biggest things that we found when we started investing was that there wasn't enough of, content out there answering the most basic questions, and we'd often feel dumb asking them. And so this is a great opportunity for people to enter the markets, dip their toe in and learn while they go, and also have the support and the community there to ask those sorts of questions that they otherwise might feel a bit silly to ask or don't really know how to ask. So I think it's a really important aspect of the competition. It's not all just about making money and that sort of stuff. So anyway,
Yes, so that is the equal first, but the other equal best part of the competition is the prize. Forget the ASX trading competition where you win like $2,000 if you win the whole thing. We're stepping it up. We're taking it to the next level. Between Equity Mates and Stake, we are going to fly the winner of this competition to New York, pay for their accommodation over there, and give them a tour of the New York Stock Exchange. Not only will you be Australia's next top trader, but you will be Australia's next top trader walking the floor of the New York Stock Exchange.
Mate, you couldn't have said it any better. That got me so excited.
Yeah. But that's not all.
That's not all, no.
You might not think you're going to be Australia's next top trader, but you might be Australia's next top referrer.
Yes.
What do we mean by that? You can still get a trip to New York. So there's two prizes here. One prize for the best trader, whoever gets the best percentage increase in their portfolio through their stake account in the 6 weeks, starting the 11th of March. The other prize is for the person who refers the most competitors to the competition. So we understand that, you might not be the best trader and you still want to participate, you still want to listen to our content, and you still want to have a bit of fun learning to trade. Well, if you refer your mates, you can also win a trip to New York. Same prize, still get to tour the New York Stock Exchange. All you have to do is refer the most participants to the competition. So 2 ways to win, try and do both of them.
Epic. Absolutely epic. Also, with the referrals is for every person you refer, you will receive $5 trading credit, as will the person you have referred. So the more people you refer, the more trading credit you will have in your account to play.
And to be clear, trading credit equals real money.
Real money.
Yeah,
real
yeah,
money.
yeah.
You will get $5 trading credit or $5, real money into your account, into your trading account that you can buy real stocks with. So how epic is that, Ren?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Mate, I'm pumped. We will be giving live updates throughout the whole competition. We will be chatting with all of those that are playing. Now, we must reiterate here that, we haven't actually said it. So this competition is for Australian university students. Anyone can play and join. We can't stop you playing and joining content, all of the content that we do,
in fact,
all of the lessons.
We encourage you to still play.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the prize and the crown of Australia's next top trader is just for uni students.
Yeah. Now we understand there may be a bit of, oh man, I wish I could be involved. It's we're teaming up with university investment groups and to keep with their sort of mission. The prizes are eligible for university students, but this will hopefully not be the first and last time that we do this in 2019. We have big plans for later on in the year as well. So,
but you know what? I had a listener reach out today and ask why we were just doing it for uni students because they couldn't win.
Yeah.
I just said, go enroll in a weekend course at a university. Go do a short course somewhere. Join one of those massive online open courses. Run by. Yeah. Just join a uni so you can join the comp.
You're right. You have to be able to prove at the time of winning the prize that you are a university student and enrolled at the time the competition is on. As you said, Ren, anyone can play. We encourage anyone to play.
If someone signs up for a short university course just so they are eligible for the competition, I will fight for their right to win it.
If they obviously perform the best.
Yeah, I don't care if it's bloody Kerr Nielsen or Warren Buffett that signs up for a short course. The fact that they took the time to sign up for a university course so they could participate in a competition that we're running, I think that alone makes them eligible. Yeah,
okay. Well, we'll hold you to that. And as you said, all content will be available to the public, all of our listeners as we go through. So we won't be excluding anyone. We've got some great lessons lined up and we are super pumped, Ren. So just in summary, Australia's Next Top Trader kicks off in March, an opportunity to dip your toe in the market if you're an absolute beginner with content that will help you do it along the way. 2 massive prizes to New York, one for the best performer in terms of percentage gain of invested stocks, the other for the person who refers the most amount of people into the competition. So if you're one of those super popular people that's at university, you don't even have to make a trade. You can just start referring all your friends and you're on your way to New York.
Yeah, how good.
How good. So we'll probably be harping on about this as we have now for quite a while over the next few weeks as we progress and start releasing more content and yeah, so get on board. All you have to do is head to www.nexttoptrader.com.au and follow the prompts there to sign up and start getting all the information that you need. We will then get in contact as the competition gets closer to kicking off.
Yeah. So, speaking of competitions that are about to kick off, you beat me in this competition last year, so now it's time for me to get some revenge.
Yeah. Well, Ren, I am taking a different approach to this one.
Well, hold on. Let's introduce it first.
Go for it.
Okay. So, every year, this is the second time we're doing it, we are going to pick a stock and we're going to nominate it as our stock of the year. And it is literally which stock performs the best over the year. That person is the winner. And last year we put a beer on it. What are we going to put on it this year?
2 beers.
We didn't discuss this before. Maybe a 6-pack.
Okay, 6.
Come on, mate. The podcast has grown a bit. We've got some more listeners. We're flying people to New York.
Yeah, but no money.
Come on, mate. We can afford a 60.
Yeah, true. All right, I'll just stop investing.
Or you have to buy a product from the winner's company.
Tough, because I've chosen a very interesting
I've chosen
one.
BHP, so you're going to have to buy some coal or iron ore.
All right, a 6-pack. Let's rip into it.
All right. You kick us off.
No, you start, because I've got a bit of a different approach.
Interesting. Yours is going to be like some bloody inverse S&P 500 ETF. Boring.
No.
Have I nailed it?
No. I haven't. I have unfortunately been preoccupied with getting.
Here we go.
Around. So I've taken a different approach to. Anyway, you go first. I'll explain.
You can't hold cash.
No. I will choose a stock. I just want to go through some other things first.
Oh, sure. All right. My stock of the year. I'm pretty nervous about this because it could be a big mistake. For people who have just joined the podcast, my stock pick last year lost about 50% of its value. So I don't have a great track record. And the stock that I'm about to pick lost 40% of its value in a day a couple of weeks ago. So It's not starting off a high base. Some of you might know this company I'm talking about. For those who don't, I have chosen Costas Group Holdings, ASX code CGC, for my stock of the year. No reaction?
Sorry, I was on mute. Did you say Costa?
Yeah, Costas.
Okay.
Is that not what it is?
I don't know. I'm looking it up.
Costa Group Holding. No S.
Nice. Okay. Packer and marketer of fresh fruit and vegetables.
Yeah. So I'll start with the
Tell
company.
me more.
Start with the company details. So it is the largest horticultural company in Australia, and essentially it is a major supplier of fresh produce to food retailers. So it's vertically integrated, so it goes from farming to packing to marketing and distribution. It doesn't retail. It sells into Coles, Woolies, IGA, Aldi, all the big fresh food retailers. It doesn't have its own retail presence, at least not a big one, but it owns the rest of the supply chain for its product. So its main growth drivers are 5 produce categories. Berries, mushrooms, citrus, tomatoes, and avocados. It used to be in a whole lot of other vegetables, but it sort of has sold them off because they're less profitable. So that's the company in a nutshell. It is a fresh produce supplier. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, good. I said at the start that this company dropped 40% a couple of weeks ago, and what happened was on the 10th of January, it released an update to the market saying it expected trading conditions in 2019 to be tougher than it originally forecast. The main driver of that is it's acquired some mushroom farm in South Australia that's taking longer to settle on or something like that. And then also there's a massive issues in the citrus market at the moment. You may have noticed that the lemons that you're buying from Coles and Woolies are from the US. The Australian citrus market is hurting, and that is hurting Australia's largest citrus producer. So, on the back of that announcement, this company's stock dropped 40% in one day, and me, trying to be the opportunistic investor that I am, sniffed maybe a little bit of an overreaction and a little bit of an opportunity to invest while the market was really worried. So the stock dropped from $7.37 to $4.51. So a massive drop in a day. No questions so far?
No, but I remember we did this company last year.
Yeah, we did talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
can't remember
Keep
in
going.
what context, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to rip through some of the financials just to give you an idea of why I still think it's a good long-term play, and why I think the market may have overreacted. It's got about $206 million in net tangible assets, so its balance sheet is looking all right. Income statement, so it came onto the market, it IPO'd in FY15, it's now F19, but its latest results were the end of F18. So you've got 4 years there. Its revenue increased 36% between those 4 years, and its revenue is now over $1 billion a year. Just in the last year, its international revenue is up over 60%, which is good to see. Its gross profit is up 49% in the 4 years it's been a public company, but most impressively, its net profit is up 2,630% in the 4 years that it's been public. It was $4 million net profit in FY15. Now it's $115 million net profit in F18, so massive increase. And in the last year alone, between F17 and F18, its net profit rose from $58 million to $115 million. So it's almost doubled in the last year. So, pretty good numbers.
Huge.
Yeah. And then free cash flow was up 42% from the last year. It's now $128 million. So, you'd say long-term trends over the 4 years are pretty strong, but the market massively overreacted. I know I'm taking up a lot of time, so very quickly, I went on to look at the valuation, and then if you look at a discount cash flow method of valuing it, if you look at its earnings per share or its free cash flow per share, you put a pretty conservative growth rate in based on its current, based on its 4 years, and what they're still projecting, even with their announcement on the 10th of January, and you use a pretty generous discount rate, you still get a value of the stock which is higher than its current share price.
Interesting. What does it come out at?
I was getting around $7 using, a discount rate of 8%, a growth rate, 8 to 10% a year, which some might argue is high, but that's what they're guiding.
Well, and that's what it was at around when we were speaking, and also when it fell from that 40%, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I think the market's overreacted. I think the company's got really good long-term growth prospects. I think the international business is interesting. So I'm picking it as my pick this year.
Mate, that was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Did really well.
Well, we'll see.
Costa, hey?
We'll reconvene in December and we'll see.
Yeah, I've had it on my watch list since we spoke about it. I can't remember why I spoke about it either. I think I chose it for something.
Yeah, I think you did. I can't remember what, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know what we're talking about. I remember talking about avocados and mushrooms and citrus.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not important. We've been waiting for this moment for you to reveal what you're going to talk about.
Oh, I'm so confused what to pick. What to pick, Ren. I've got so many gems up my sleeve. So many gems. So I haven't been able to put as much research behind
we've heard
as
this.
you, Ren. I've been busy launching ANTT. But it got me thinking that at this time of year, you always see top stocks for 2019 by so-and-so, top stocks for 2019 by so-and-so. And in an Australian market where choices are somewhat limited relative to the size of overseas markets, it's always interesting to compare what people are choosing as the top stocks and if anything interesting pops up. And so I kind of use that as a basis for starting to just sort of formulate my own list. And I thought I'd just quickly go through a survey that Livewire did. For those that are unaware, Livewire is a large fintech startup in Australia that has about 120,000 members, and they sort of distribute high quality information, investing information amongst their readers, and a lot of institutional investors and also your fund managers and that use it as a means of communicating their ideas with your everyday retailer investor. So they sent out a survey to all of their members, I guess, and asking them what they think are the top 10 stocks for 2019. And the results are in, and I thought I'd share what those top 10 are to see, Ren, if you think any stand out. To me, it's a super boring list. Nothing really stands out. So the number one stock for the best performance for 2019 is CSL.
Yeah, okay.
The reason being global growth in plasma volumes is expected to be around a solid 8% per annum for the foreseeable future. And in addition, the group is planning to launch new products from its very extensive R&D portfolio.
Yeah, the interesting thing, I know you probably don't want me to comment on every single one, but
No, happy for you to.
There's some serious growth built into CSL currently. Like, it has been a market darling, maybe not recently, but, over the last few years. And it's trading at like 40 times earnings. So anyway, you would hope that it continues to grow based on its current valuation.
Yeah, good point. Number 2, Afterpay.
Move on.
Number 3, BHP.
And okay, interesting.
So commodities. Number 4, Macquarie. 5, Aristocrat Leisure.
Oh, yeah, the pokies. Well, I mean...
Yeah, pokies always there.
There's a government, regulatory risk there.
It's number 6, and one that one of our listeners actually wrote in and asked us what our opinion on it was, Appen Media. I'm pretty sure we did something on that as well. I think it's the outdoor entertainment. Oh, no, it's machine learning. High-quality human annotated training data for machine learning and artificial intelligence.
Right.
Need to look into that.
Well, if it's got machine learning and artificial intelligence in its description, it will have like a 150% increase this year.
Yes.
I haven't looked at it. Altium, interesting.
Altium.
I have looked at that. I was going to buy it a while ago, and I was like, oh, it's too expensive. But it's just kept going up.
Yeah, well, there you go. Tip to go up even more based on this. CBA. Interesting.
It is trading at a pretty low base compared to where it's been historically, and like obviously the Royal Commission and all of that. But I've actually thought about CBA.
Even in this climate of potential housing. Anyway, that's for another discussion.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Woodside Petroleum.
Okay. Even though the Sunrise oil field is, or the Sunrise oil and gas field is potentially no go.
There you go. So still see some value there, and Rio Tinto is taking out. So you've got your classic miners, Rio, BHP, blue chip stocks. You've got CBA, Afterpay, CSL. Nothing new really in there other than Appen to us and Altium. So that's what the results of this survey came in at. So I thought I'm going to compare it to a stock picker, and I looked at Bell Potter because that's who Coppo works for, the Coppo report, to see if their top 10 matched any.
We know that Coppo is number 1 is going to be Afterpay.
No, it's not in there.
Really?
Yeah, so they've got Caltex,
okay,
Challenger,
yeah,
CSL is in there, Macquarie is in there, Goodman Group, not sure what they do, Net Wealth Group, Oil Search, Sonic Health, and Woolworths.
Oh, mate, you just wanted to get Woolies in there, didn't you?
So I guess the message is there weren't many crossovers there. So even the best have obviously differing opinions on this. So when you find a lot of articles out there, top 10 tips, obviously don't take it for what it is. Do your own research, and there's always reasons for these companies being in the top 10 of all the different managers. So we would suggest certainly going and doing a bit more research as to why they think they will be there, because it's always very interesting. As for my pick, Ren.
Yeah, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for.
So this is not my pick, but I think this was a very interesting company that I came across. It's called Jumbo Interactive, and it's developing and operating the world's best digital lotto experience and has been experiencing some pretty good growth. I think something that I'm going to keep my eye on this year, but I'm going to back in one that we did in our summer series and put my name behind Baby Bunting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. We did some research on it. We did an episode on it, in fact. So in lieu of time, go back and listen to that for the reasons why I may think that it's a buy. But I think it has the opportunity now to really grasp the market. I'm going to be interested to see whether or not they can manage strategically to do that without falling away like the rest of their competitors. But I'm going to back them in for a stronger year than Costa Group. Sorry to say, Ren.
No, that's all right. That's interesting. I like that. Your best stock pick came out of a random letter generator.
There you go.
Okay, so did you just throw Jumbo Interactive in there to sort of hedge in case Baby Bunting doesn't do well? You're going to point to Jumbo Interactive and be like, oh, well, I also mentioned that one.
No, I was going to do Jumbo, and I was tossing up between the two, and I'm sticking with Baby Bunting. I just wanted to get Jumbo Interactive out there. As a listener, I always like hearing new stocks that I've never heard of, so that's probably why I threw it out. But I will not bring it up again if it beats either of the two.
I was going to say, as a host, you get no credit for Jumbo Interactive unless you want to put your name behind it now.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
All right,
Maybe.
nice. And when we say we're putting our name behind it, we mean we're personally putting a bet on it. And if you take our word as investing advice, after I lost 50%, half my money on this pick last year, well then you've missed the point of this exercise.
Yeah, this is not a buy, hold, or sell.
No.
Because I'm not buying.
It might be a short based on us picking it.
True. All right, Ren, let's note that down. I will make note of my price. You make note of your closing price today. And we will regroup at the end, well, this time next year, I guess, to see who's come out on top.
Sounds good. Can't wait to win that six-pack.
Yeah, well, you're not going to, so.
And if you haven't already while you've been listening, nexttoptrader.com.au, sign up. Get your referral code, refer your friends, and try and win both competitions.
Equity Mates and the people appearing in this program may have positions in the companies mentioned. This is general advice only. Please speak to a financial professional to understand how they pertain to your individual situation.
Equity Mate.